Hey everybody, how's it going? So are you trying to record acoustic guitars and you're a little confused about how you should set the mic up and more importantly, how much money you should be spending? Well, the great news is you don't have to spend a whole load of cash to get some fantastic results. In fact, you can get one of these. This is the Lewitt 240 Pro for about 120 bucks at Sweetwater, and you can get some phenomenal results. All you need is one of these.
Hi, Glenn.
Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know exactly who this guy is. So he's agreed to help us do this demo here. So he's going to play some guitar for us. I'm going to move the 240 Pro around in some different positions, and I'm going to show you guys what kind of results you can get just by moving the microphone. Now, the important thing to remember when you're miking an acoustic guitar isn't so how much you spent on the mic, it's where you put it. So what I like to have is the mic at roughly the 12th fret and aimed at the joint between the fretboard and the hole, and that seems to be the pretty good spot to put it. That I've had the best results like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to put the mic into several different positions and show exactly what we get. So what we're going to do, we're going to have it here, and then we're going to aim it dead on right at the 12th, and then we're going to aim it at the 5th, and then we're going to pull the mic back a little bit as well, just to see what kind of variances we can get in the tone. Hit it! Now the 240 on its own is fantastic. Basically how I like to set it up is put it at the 12th fret, align it, and then aim it at the joint where the fretboard meets the sound hole. That's a hard and fast rule that has worked well for me over many, many years. But I've got another really cool technique I like to use. I like to put the mic in this classical position, but if you check over here, we've also got the piezo output hooked up. And let me show you what we can do with that. So we're back in Canada, back at Spectre Sound, and I was just kind of going over the tracks here, and I thought, hey, this might be a great opportunity to show you guys what's going on sonically and why we want to play with the mic position a little bit. I'm not sure how much you caught on what was going on there. Basically, what we're doing is we're playing with the position of the mic, and we're getting different frequency response, especially in the bottom end. And the top end is kind of similar, depending on how far away from the sound hole we're placing the mic head. But the bottom end is definitely shifting around. And I've got a frequency analyzer up here. We're going to take a real quick listen here, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Watch what's going on the bottom end here. So if you notice, there is a pretty big frequency shift when we pull the mic back from the guitar as opposed to the classic 12th fret aimed at the sound hole position. One more time. Let's start with the mic pulled back, and then we're going to move it in. Now, I got to make a note here. Bernd did not play that to a metronome, and I think he did a fantastic job. But when we're taking a listen here, it's like, wow, when we move the mic in, it really does make it sound that much bigger, and that's all has to do with proximity effect. Case in point here, if I'm talking back here and move in like this, you are going to hear a pretty big shift in tone. Same thing applies to acoustic guitars. It really does come down to how close can we get the mic without it sounding boomy versus how far back can we get and not pick up the guitar player's breathing. And that's where a little bit of give and take comes into play, and a little bit of experimentation goes a long way, because there's no real set rule. It all depends on the player. And a good player is going to be able to control his breathing. But even as we just rotate the mic here, I'm not hearing a massive shift in tone. It's pretty surprising, actually. Just varying degrees of bottom end. If you look on the frequency analyzer there, let's see what we can get here. We got a bit of a bump there at about 200 hertz. And if we go on to that first one, it's that much more bottom end going on. So yeah, it does definitely affect it. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I hope you got some use out of that small little tutorial we did. I want to give a great big shout out to Bernth for making an appearance, and my very good friend Max Cochet for helping out on that shoot. That was definitely a lot of fun. I did a few more videos when I was at Lewitt last summer. Those are going to be coming out over the next few weeks. There's going to be some very cool stuff indeed, especially when it comes to vocal mics and mic and guitar as well. One other thing I got to mention, I was looking around and I was like, hey, I still got this thing. This is the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure Vita edition. It's like this rainforest edition in green, and it's limited edition. It's very cool indeed. It comes with all kinds of cool accessories. Like, it's got a great windscreen, it's got a pop blocker, and it's got a shock mount and everything like that. I was also looking around and I'm like, hold on a second here. They mistakenly sent me 2 of these. And it turns out I've got one sitting here in the box, and it's just taking up space. You know what? I've got a very small studio, and I really don't have any room for this. So if one of you would like to get your hands on this, I'd be happy to send it to you. All you gotta do is follow the link in the description below. Sign up for my raffle copy, and you gotta do some horrible things like follow my Instagram and subscribe to the channel, that kind of thing. I know it's a real big ask, but I'd be more than happy to send this to someone out there in the world, somebody who can probably use this microphone a lot more than I can. I love the Lewitt stuff. It's absolutely top notch. As you heard, we were using the 240 Pro, which is like a $199 mic, and we're getting absolutely spectacular results with it. This one, the 440 Pure, it's even better. So yeah, follow the link in the description below, sign up, and I'd be more than happy to send you one. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Once again, just kind of loading up some videos so I can go to NAMM and do the 70,000 tons of metal cruise, and I'll be back here in a couple weeks. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And as always, be excellent to each other.